Hola, buenos días a todos amigos, espero que se encuentren bien, gracias por acompañarnos aquí al live en Guanajuato. Hoy tengo un inflable de renta y lo voy a ir a entregar. Como todos ustedes saben, ¿verdad? Tengo inflables para brincar, para jugar, para todo, ¿verdad? Que los traje desde Minnesota y es una entrada de dinero también aquí de aquí en Guanajuato, México, pues tengo, ¿verdad? Y pues acompáñenme amigos, vamos a entregarlo. Ya está la camioneta cargada.
It's a beautiful morning, Pa.
Sí.
The birds are singing and everything's turning green. The kiddos are gonna stay home and I'm gonna join Pa on this delivery and record. Vámonos. Washo! Picked up a quick breakfast, some fresh bolillo rolls, and some queso, and I'm just gonna make a sandwich real quick. And this is what I'm having for breakfast with some coffee. I think Pa's just gonna eat the bolillo, or are you gonna put cheese on it?
Sí, I'm gonna eat a bolillo. Dos pasteles.
Para mí. Porque sí, porque este básquetbol, sí que yo de bailarina que se llama mismo, es el mismo. Era más grande y luego me iba a poder.
I wanted to take this time to share how we started our inflatable business in Minnesota, with my husband being an undocumented immigrant. We started our business, Family Fun Inflatables, in Minnesota about 4 years before Pa was picked up by immigration. It was an idea that I had, and then I surprised Pa with it on Christmas morning. We had been together for about 16 years at this time, and we really struggled with being able to support our family financially in Minnesota because of my husband's situation. Being an undocumented immigrant with little experience left my husband working low-paying jobs, and sometimes there was no work at all. And after years and years of trying to move up and be able to better support our family financially, it was very obvious we weren't going to do it just working jobs. So with all of my husband's experience working for another company that rented out inflatables, and the owner of that company being really kind to my husband and offering to sell him some of his inflatables, I decided we were going to start Family Fun Inflatables, and I bought Pa his first inflatable for Christmas. Of course, with his money. And I went and picked up this little tiny Little Tykes inflatable. It was really quite cheesy compared to what he was used to working with, but it was small enough that I could wrap and put it under the tree. And you should have seen his face that Christmas morning. He opened that and he was so confused. He was wondering why he was opening one of the kids' gifts, and I was saying that it was his. And that's when I told him I wanted to create a business, and I wanted to go into business with him renting inflatables. I wanted him to be an owner. I wanted him to be his own boss, and I wanted him to be able to start something and create something wonderful at his own hands for himself and his family. And all I can say, Pa's response to that was he was quite shocked and overwhelmed, and he probably felt like he wasn't very capable because he had been an employee for so long. That changed all really quickly. We opened an LLC. We had a $2 million insurance policy for our rentals. I created a website, and then we started contacting local cities for the 4th of July festivals and other fairs. And before you knew it, we had 7 inflatables, and we were busy every weekend during the summer. And then our 4th summer, immigration came for my husband, and it was all over. Hot Bell, we're gonna pick up a couple gifts and some curtains for the bedroom, and then we'll head home. And for those of you that don't know and are wondering, why didn't I get my husband his documents and his papers because we're married? We tried that, we applied, he had his interview in Ciudad Juarez, he self-deported, went to his interview, and he was denied. It's really not that easy, and there's a lot of families who have gone through a very similar experience as my husband and I have. They can deny you for any reason that they might have at your interview, and they're not even obligated to tell you why. All right, let's get these birthday girls some birthday presents. The birthday girls are my husband's friends' children, and the kids and Pa are going to their party later. So when we were delivering the inflatable and setting it up, I asked the girls what they wanted for their birthday. The oldest girl said that she would like anything that has to do with cats. Cats are her favorite. And the younger birthday girl said that she likes Barbies and Barbie sets. Here in Mexico, you can find Barbies, and then Mexico also has something similar to Barbies, but they call them balulas. The balulas are obviously less expensive, but they're really good quality still. They look just like a Barbie, so I think we're going to end up picking her up one of those sets. I'm pretty sure both of the girls like animals, so I think this is going to be a perfect set for the younger one. And at 199 pesos, or about $11.50, it's a pretty decent price. And they had this whole section of plushies, so I'm trying to find a kitty for the older birthday girl. Look at this little Siamese kitty. Isn't she adorable? But I think this tabby cat won. She is even cuter. I think she's going to a great home and she's going to be loved. And now we need some curtains for our bedroom. Pa and I have these really old, dirty curtains in our bedroom. We've had them on there ever since we moved in over 3 years ago. Even when we didn't have our windows, we just had them boarded up. So that's why they're really dirty, and I wanted to replace them. I think these curtains are going to go really well in there. And because we're over in this side of the store, I decided to look at more of the home decor. I'm always interested in browsing and checking prices and seeing if they have anything that would fit in our house. And I seen these framed white magnolias, and they're perfect. They're going to fit our home, our bedroom decor, and the new curtains that I just picked up. There was a couple nicks on the frame, but I actually really like those. I'm actually going to have Pa make more and make the frame look more rustic. These tulips also caught my eye, and they would almost fit in, but I really like the white magnolias more. And I'm also looking for a couple mirrors, so we're just going to check these out and see what we can find. I wanted some wooden frames that looked rustic, and I wanted them to be really large mirrors. And after looking these over, I decided to pass on them. There was a little bit of damage on them too. They were kind of bloated in the back, so when I would hang them up, they wouldn't lean against the wall. But all of these wall hangings and mirrors were on sale. I thought that was really interesting. It must be that time of the year here. Pa noticed this one and he pulled it out, and we also passed on this one. It just wasn't going to fit right. I couldn't wait to get the curtains up. Pa did it right away, and I'm so thankful. I think it looks great. What do you guys think? Much better than it was. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And thank you so much for joining our family here in Guanajuato, Mexico.